In this video, we are going to study two new topics. Past continuous, that is similar to present continuous, the one that we already studied, and time sequencers, pretty useful to talk about past actions. So we are going to tell a story, for example, and we can use both of them pretty well. In terms of past continuous, it has the same structure as present continuous. The only difference is that the verb be is in past tense. So we are going to use subject plus verb be in past tense properly conjugated plus the ing form of the main verb. She was cooking all morning. She was not sleeping when she came home. Or was she sleeping when she came home? So the negative form has verb be plus not, was not. And in case of question, we are going to move verb be at the beginning, then the subject, and then the ing verb that has the main action. In terms of usage, we can say to describe parallel actions, two actions that are happening in past tense, or to describe what someone was doing at a particular point in time. So we are going to say an action in progress in the past. Let's see some examples. While I was washing the dishes, I heard a loud noise. So those are two actions that are happening suddenly. Was washing the dishes takes time. It was in progress because when you wash dishes, you need time to do it. It is something that you take at least 10 minutes to wash the dishes, right? So while I was washing the dishes, I heard a loud noise. The noise was in a specific moment in the past. It is in simple past, but the time in which I was washing the dishes was a period of time. Also, we can say, I was working in the garden all day yesterday. So I'm describing all the things that I was doing. We can say without stopping because I was in the garden all the day. So we can say that we use the past continuous to describe an action in progress at a specific moment in the past. We often use it to describe a situation at the beginning of a story or narrative. So if you are telling a story, this tense is going to be pretty useful. To differentiate it with simple past, we can say that we use simple past for a completed action in the past, like the noise that happens suddenly in a specific moment, while we use past continuous for an action in progress before or at the time of the simple past action. This is the reason why we have that sentence, while I was washing the dishes, I heard a loud noise. So one is in simple past at the moment in past tense, and then we have I was washing the dishes that takes a little bit more time. In order to complement past tense, simple past, and past continuous, we have the time sequencers. With these three structures, we can say that we can tell any anecdote or story that we have in our mind. So we use them to tell stories. Those are little phrases or words that are going to help us to organize ideas in a sequence. When we tell an anecdote, when we talk about something we did, we normally say what we did first, then second, and at the end, right? So we can substitute first, second, and third with these words. After that, the next day or the next 2 days, for example, 3 minutes later, then suddenly, when, all of them are time sequencers that can help us to organize the ideas of a story. When it's used as a time sequencer or to join two actions too. So we are going to use normally past continuous in one side and simple past in the other side. I was sleeping, action in progress that takes time, when the phone rang. The phone rang at a specific moment in the past. So this is the way in which we can use them to tell stories. Also, we have something else that helps us to organize ideas and to tell an anecdote or a story, that are connectors. We have here 4 connectors: because, so, but, and although. All of them are very useful and they have different usages. We use because to express a reason. So he woke up early because he had to work. The reason why he woke up early, maybe at 5 a.m., was because he had to work. So we have a very good reason. But if we want to express a result, so we are going to use so. He had to work, so he woke up early. The result was precisely that, waking up. Why? Because he had to work. We have the reason before. Then we have but and although that can show contrast, two different things in a sentence. He wanted to run, but he couldn't. So he wanted, couldn't. We have opposite ideas, normally positive and negative. Although he wanted to run, he couldn't. Important to remember, when we write but in this way, we have to write a comma before but. If although is at the beginning of a sentence, we have to write a comma before the second idea. Those are important punctuation rules that we have to have in mind, especially because we normally write stories or anecdotes or things that happen to us. So we have to be careful, not only when speaking, but also when writing. So use this different things we studied today. I hope they are going to be very useful, especially when you are going to comment in your group about the different things you have done or you did in the past.